Hello friends, Samuel Graham doing TCGs. The Uprising is here. Flesh and Blood Uprising. Normally, my videos, I tend to do like one box videos. Opening weekend, let's crack the whole case. We'll do one video that's a monster one. How's about that? I'll have more coming after this, but I figure I don't do these big old long ones all that often. We can do one today. Let's get going. I'm excited. There's a lot of fun stuff with all the marvels and alternate arts and all that stuff. With Uprising, we've got our really cool box art and booster art and more paper packs. So, let's see what we can do with a case. One person I follow, Melody Likes. Check her out. Also, her she's got a new podcast with Elaine Hammondtree that they are doing some good stuff there too. Pitch Perfect Podcast. So check out both Melody Likes and Pitch Perfect Podcast. So let's take a look. I've seen a very little bit of this set in person, so I'm excited to take a look. Since we're doing such a long one, I probably won't linger too long on commons and uncommons unless something really just jumps out at me. For example, the Spellfire Cloak is pretty cool for a common. I like that a lot, just the artwork wise, I mean. Alright, so Eisenhower Weathervane and Rapid Reflex, 2 rares for the first pack, and a common foil, Singe, and then a Singe right behind it. Skittering Sands, that's another pretty cool one. The thing about these is right up at the back, so this slot right here, so we've got it's a token slot, but if we've got a cold foil, that's where it's going to land. So I'm pretty excited about this. I almost spoiled myself. That's another cool piece of art. Rise from the Ashes. Good grief. Come on. No, not with me here. Well. Well, we'll see what we get. And Succumb to Winter. Rise from the Ashes is fantastic. We'll get another good look at that later. Our first rare foil in the second pack is Mounting Anger. Alright, we're going to try this again. Fiddle with this just a smidge more. We'll see what we can do there. Go back to our back and hey-oh. Well, we got a cold foil common. Pretty close to right off the bat. Silken Form, that's a pretty, it's a good looking card, and it's a pretty decent card for the Draconic Illusionist. I just wish it were, there we go. Finally tricked it. Not half bad at all. So yeah, first really nifty card of the lot. A Silken Form cold foil. Looking at the new Draconic stuff, it's pretty cool. Another Glacial Horns. Rise from the Ashes. That's the card I wanted to look at a second ago. It was one of the earlier pieces of art from the set that they revealed. Love it. And Flex. And an Aether Ice Vein for a common. And just some tokens. Ninja's never been really my go-to, but it's not bad. Phi is almost enough to coax me out of it. Hey, and there's our first Majestic. We've got a Freezing Point. And a rare foil, Rise from the Ashes in Yellow Pitch. But yeah, Phi's pretty cool. It's kind of tempting to give it a shot. That said, I was always slightly tempted by Illusionist, but never pulled the trigger. Dromai might get me there. Rise Up, that's a cool looking card. And Dampen for another rare. And a Cinderskin Devotion, common foil. And Phi and Icelander. So yeah, Dromai might tempt me. I might actually finally pull the trigger there. Tide Flippers. Sigil of Permafrost. And there's our first Invoke. We've got the Invoke, and then we've got the dragon itself on the backside. Those are a lot of what makes Dromai seem like it might be really fun to play, is all the different dragon stuff. Like, you can do the basic ones, the Ash Wings, just with basically, but then getting the invokes is even cooler. There's the regular version of Silken Form. We've got Flex and Mounting Anger. There's a common Rising Resentment. Oh, that's not bad. I think this is one of the rare ones, but right off the bat, in our first box, we get a Marvel. It's one of the dragons, so we've got the Invoke. Oh my gosh, that's amazing looking. Oh my word. Yeah, I think this is one of the rares in its everyday life, but whew. Alright, that's not a bad start. Not a bad start at all. We can live with that. Transmogrify is a fun card. And another Majestic, Thaw, which is another stupidly pretty piece of art. I like that a lot. Billowing Mirage common, and yeah, I feel like I'm just being greedy looking back there now. That's already a pretty solid start for a given box. Engulfing Flame Wave, and we've got another Invoke, another one of the rare ones. Vincerakai. That's pretty cool. And a rare Sigil of Permafrost. Nothing else sparkly back there. We've got Sift and another Weather Vane. We've got Oasis Respite. And Icelander and Phoenix Flame. So yeah, so that's another cool thing if you haven't seen much of this set yet. The Marvels, like the Rise. Oh, hey, another dragon. Uvia. And Brothers in Arms. These Marvels are a really cool thing. So here's Ash, and then Ashwing is just tokens that are kind of the native dragon building. But man, these Marvels, there's another whole thing, like the extended arts and Marvels really getting their own slot and attention. There's Oh, snap. Invoke Necria. Another dragon for us. And a rainbow foil. Spellfire Cloak. They're not too spicy, but just because, for old time's sake, we'll still get a sleeve for rainbow foil common equipment. Aether Ashwing, sort of the other version of it. So it's in the slot twice. I guess for sealed purposes. There's one with where Ash is the front and one where Ashwing is the front. Make sure people get what they need to play. Polar Cat. There's Dromai. So looking at it, Dromai Ash Artist is pretty cool. And then the young Dromai on the back does a lot with making the dragons. Really likes to use reds. Seems to be a lot of fun. Engulfing Flamewave and Transmogrify. We got an Ice Bolt. And we got Icelander and Phoenix Flame. So Icelander, there's the young version. There's an adult version in this set now. Of course, the Icelander was originally in Rise from the Ashes. Another Invoking Miragai. And a Majestic Foil, Semblance. Negate all Phantasm triggered effects of target illusionist attack you control. It loses and can't gain Phantasm. So that's pretty cool. If you're really relying on dragons, you can save one of them for the turn. But yeah, Icelander, what I was saying, she obviously made her debut in Everfest, but gets the regular hero treatment here. Dampen and a Tome of Firebrand. Heck yeah. Play only if you control 4 or more Draconic Links. Draw 2 cards. We always love our tomes. I'm going to stick the commons and tokens over here so we've got more room for fun stuff. So yeah, Icelander kind of gets the real attentive treatment this set, like heroes generally do. We got another Transmogrify, Kyloria Invoke. We love our dragons. Brothers in Arms, red pitch this time. And there's Icelander. Which I still am not really sure what the appropriate pronunciation, rather, of Icelander is, but what do you do? Rise from the Ashes and Succumb to Winter. We got a foil Transmogrify. And Phoenix Flame is just another fun little... It's in the token slot, but it's an easy card to... Like in Limited, you get up to 3 of them just in general. But they are really... 0 base attack, but if you have 2 or more Draconic Links, gets +1. It's an easy way to use your reds for Dromai and just build up the Draconic Chain Links for either Dromai or Phi. Engulfing, we got Chromai. Ooh, another foil Majestic. We'll come to that in a second. I need to quit spoiling myself. So we got Chromai. So let's look at what it actually does first. It's a ninja. Target Draconic or ninja attack action gains +1. You may banish a non-equipment defending card with defense less than the number of Draconic Chain Links you can control. That's pretty cool. And normal tokens. So alright. First box. No, like, crazy hits, but also, not going to complain about anything I've seen. We got a Majestic Hypothermia. Speaking of stuff that is handy for Icelander, and a Draconic Attack Searing Touch common. It's just a really cool looking card. Expected it to be not common, but it is. Just by how cool it looks. That's another neat thing about this set, or this game in general, but this set, is a lot of times you expect the really cool stuff, the great art is going to be on the really expensive cards. But no, every card gets some pretty awesome art. We got a Invoke Asvali and a foil Weather Vane, which is a rare. Nothing fancy there with regular tokens. Fighting Spirit and Strategic Planning. There's a Soaring Strike, common foil. And more regular tokens. Alright, 2 more packs of the first box. Nothing just insane as I skip over like the entire pack. Sigil of Permafrost and Findell's Fighting Spirit, along with a foil sand cover, which is really a pretty cool piece. And last pack. Yeah, so no like legendary or fabled, but we did get 1 Marvel, a cold foil. So, and 2 rainbow foil Majestics, and Uprising, the name card of the set for another Majestic. Embermaw Senpai. And that's that. So I think that was 6 regular Majestics. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 regular Majestics. I take that back. But then 2 foils and a Marvel and a cold foil. That's not bad. Let's go to box number 2. So what's everybody thinking? It seems to be that a lot of people are thinking that either Fi or Icelander are kind of the heroes to beat for this set. What do y'all think? I think people are sleeping on Dromai. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I could be wrong. It happened once before. See what I did there? Only one time wrong. I just don't know. I don't know. I think people just got to get the engine rolling. Flame Wave and Permafrost, and a Majestic foil Uprising right off the bat. And regular tokens. So hey, Majestic foil right off the bat. That's a good start. Sift and Necria. And Cinderskin Devotion. And nothing fancy back there. We got Dampen. We've got Spreading Flames for a Ninja Majestic. And Critical Strike. And regular tokens. I'm feeling Dromai and the Dragons. That's definitely what I want to give a whirl anyway. We'll see if I get the right stuff to give it a appropriate attempt. So there's Miragai. And Fighting Spirit. And a pair of Phoenix Flames in the back. That's funny. Always funny to see the dupes back there. Flex and Mounting Anger. We'll brand that with a Cinderclaw and regular tokens. So some of the tokens themselves have really cool extended art and or like Marvel. I don't know if all, because there are some cards that are in this set that are just extended art. They're not actually considered Marvels. There's a sand cover. And then there are the ones that are actually Marvels. So there's some of both. And all of them are pretty cool one way or the other. Rapid Reflex, and there's a Vipox. What's that do? I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. When it hits a hero, they lose health equal to the number of cards in their hand. Huh. That's pretty fun. Arctic Incarceration, and nothing fancy. So far, pretty, both the box and the case overall, pretty standard. There's Succumb to Winter. There's Kyloria again. Singe, and Fi and Fi. Especially the adult ones look really cool, of both Fi and Dromai. I'd say young Fi looks cooler than young Dromai, but flex. And we've got a Combustion Point. Sigil of Protection. It's another thing. I don't think I've seen any foil rares this box yet either. It's been all the one Majestic and then foil commons from there. Mounting Anger and... there. Right on time. Engulfing Flame Wave. Hey-oh! Alright, it's a common, but it is a cold foil nonetheless. There's Helio's Miter. So this is another kind of cool card that... is just kind of in there. It's a piece of equipment, but... I feel like I remember the tournament rules say you can include it in your pool even if you didn't pull it, which is cool. It's basically token style. That's not a terrible spot to be in. There's Fog Down, Majestic. I don't think I've seen this one yet either. Non-attack action cards. Lose and can't gain go again. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy Fog Down. Okay, so it's an aura. So you play, you play it, leave it out there on your opponent's turn, and they've got to deal with not being able to do anything. That's really mean, and I like it a lot. Flame Wave. We got Chromai again. And Sweeping Blow for a common foil. And some tokens. Halfway through box 2. Rapid Reflex, Strategic Planning. Hey, okay, cool. We got another rainbow foil piece of equipment. Like I say, they probably don't deserve a sleeve, but they can have one anyway just for old time's sake. And tokens. I feel like they deserve something. I mean, come on. Critical Strike. Cracked Bubble. I know it's Bobble. Get off my case. Red Hot. That's a cool freaking card. Come on. And Necria. And we got a sand cover and nothing in the back. All things considered, you know, pretty standard. Nothing that's been like just ridiculously dumb impressive, but it hadn't been garbage either. Lava Vein Loyalty. Seems just pretty standard. Not like, I don't know if I ever actually finished the Melody Likes story. She's pulled 4 Fableds so far out of, sorry, it was 3 Fableds out of 4 cases, which is ridiculous. Insidious Chill. Transmogrify for the rare foil. And cold foil quelling sleeves. So that's 2 common cold foils this box. I have to imagine that is... Hey, since I did that, we're going to scoot everything over a little bit and give our fancy stuff a little bit more space to breathe, shall we? I would have to imagine that 2 common cold foils is probably our allotment for this box. But who knows? Who knows? I can hope to be mistaken. I accidentally spoiled myself, so I know there's nothing fancy in this one. Rise from the Ashes, and we got Chromai again. I'm not going to flip it that time. We've seen it a few times already. Y'all have had enough! Got Engulfing Flames and Transmogrify, and a foil Insidious Chill. Alright, that is our second rainbow foil Majestic. So we continue to look pretty good on that front. And Phoenix Flame and Dromai. We are not going to complain about that any day. Dampen and Rewind. This is another one of there's an alternate art version of it that has like flipped art and flipped text, which is just a blast. Love seeing goofy stuff like that in games. Nope. We'll throw that right on in the pile. Rapid Reflex and Mirror Guy. Oh, hey. So here, what I was talking about. So this is not a Marvel, but it is an extended art. It's an extended art common foil of Inflame. That will go to the cool stuff section over here. So yeah, so there are the Marvels, and then there are the more standard extended arts, all of which are kind of awesome. I just like that they've added more and more of that kind of stuff as part of kind of they've talked about Fab 2.0, basically. Last pack of this pack. And sort of the changes in how they are handling the boxes and getting rid of the first edition unlimited Kyloria. Rake the Embers. So what part of what that was going to one thing. So stuff that used to be only like cold foil in first edition and then rainbow foil in unlimited, they're both in the set at the same time now, with different pull rates. So they made it harder to get the cold foils and a little bit easier to get the rainbow foils. So you can still get the awesome stuff. You can still get the awesome stuff, but also get lesser versions of it, so there aren't the feel bads as much of. You could still get a really cool card, just a lesser version, or you can get the awesome version and be able to get that easier. So especially if it's like a really important card for a particular deck, now it's easier to get that card because you've got A, 2 versions of it you can try and get, and B, you still have the availability of the really premium cold foil version of it as well, which I think was a fantastic compromise of how to handle that. Fighting Spirit, we got Thamai, Ronin Renegade, I've got stacks going over here, and I keep on putting things in the wrong stacks, which really isn't the end of the world. They don't matter. Strategic Planning, Rise from the Ashes. There's a Rainbow Foil Rare, Rise Up. I just did the wrong stack again. It's because I made a new stack, because one stack was getting really tall, and it's hard to remember when I've been doing it one way the whole time. Rise Up and Kyloria. We got an Oasis Respite. So this box is interesting so far. We have gotten, I think it was a Rainbow Foil Rare, but we have not really gotten anything else yet. A couple packs in. Succumb to Winter. Alright, there's our first Majestic. Ask for it and it'll come. In case. We got Frosting. I love Frosting. It'd be my primary food group. Heyo! And another rare Marvel. This is Kyloria. We've seen the regular version of that one a couple times. Let me see. We just saw it not long ago at all. So like here's the regular next to the Marvel of the Invoke, and then of the Dragon itself. I really like the Marvel versions. I think they are pretty awesome. So hey, we'll move that over there. We'll keep those there. I really like the addition of the specific having the Marvels. That's a lot of fun. Weather Vane and Flex. We got Lava Vein Loyalty, and nothing fancy there. I'm going a little bit longer already than I wanted to because I keep on stopping to look at all the new cards. There's Chromai again, there's a Critical Strike. So I'm going to try and pick it up a little bit so I don't keep you here for a whole hour or anything like that. Engulfing Flame Wave and Strategic Planning. There's Skittering Sands. I'm still surprised by this box so far. We're almost halfway through the box. I think I've only seen one Majestic and the Marvel. That seems a little bit behind what we've been seeing. Succumb, okay. Call for another Majestic, and there it is. Channel the Bleak Expanse. And Frosting. We have seen a Marvel. We've not otherwise seen a cold foil. That all you got? Another Majestic. Alright, so we pretty much caught back up. That's 3 Majestics now. Those came hard and fast. Alright, so there is... I know I've seen one already, but the first time I noticed it is the Adult Icelander, which is pretty awesome. It's a great piece of art. Mounting Anger. We got Invoke Avalai. Hey, we got another Rainbow Foil piece of equipment. Getting our pile of those still going. With some Glacial Horns. Nothing else fancy there. I'm going to go ahead and put those in a pile together too. I usually like to keep them all fancy, but my Inflame is getting left out that way. Red Hot and Flex. Burn away. Red Hot again. Invoke Thamai. Sigil of Protection. And nothing fancy there. Rapid Reflex for a rare foil. So yeah, picking it up a little bit. This is part of why I like to do the shorter ones. I feel like Keeps everybody's attention a little bit better. Ice Eternal. That's a gorgeous card. The coloring and everything on it is fantastic. Polar Cap. Alright, we got another common cold foil. So we're seeing those quite a bit, it looks like. Still no legendary. Still no Marvel of a Majestic. And still no Fabled at this point. Ooh, another Majestic Rainbow Foil, though. Channel the Bleak Expanse. It's actually our first one of this box. So yeah, I really want to see a legendary here. Even if it's a rainbow foil one, I really want to see a legendary. We got Yendurai again with the Weather Vane. We got Healing Balm, which is just a fun card. Just straight up heal your dude. It's also a handy card. I feel like both for playing or pitching for Dromai purposes. We like that. Dampen and Rise from the Ashes. Dampen is a foil rare. Alright, Fighting Spirit, Phoenix form, Majestic. There is a extended art Majestic version of that, and Cinderskin Devotion. That is really nice looking. I guess I could put all the Majestics in sleeves, that might make sense. We'll catch up on that later. Flame Wave, Rapid Reflex, and Cold Snap. Looks like 4 packs left of this box, and then we'll roll into the last box of this case. Strategic Planning. Alright, I think this is our first Majestic Dragon. Invoke Tumulti, which is pretty cool. We're happy with that. Aether Ice Vein. And nothing back there. 3 packs left. That is the wrong stack that I just put those in. I put them in the foil stack, but those were not foils. Rise Up. Hey, first appearance of Liquefy for me. Really painful, but awesome art. Dust Up. Transmogrify and Invoke Uvia. Burn Away. And Fi. Last pack of box 3. And we'll roll into the conclusion of my opening weekend case opening. Succumb to Winter. Sigil of Permafrost. Rise from the Ashes Red. And nothing in the back. Alright. There it is. Let's see what we do in the close of this video. The last 10-ish minutes of paper ripping. And it's paper. I love the paper wrappers. That was really cool in Everfest, and I really enjoy seeing it in Uprising as well. Dampen, Kyloria, Oasis Respite, and nothing in the back. Mounting Anger, Strategic Planning, Hey, a regular rainbow foil Phoenix form, so that's not an extended art, but that's still a rainbow foil majestic. We'll take that. We'll drop our sleeve. And nothing fancy back there. So hey, foil majestic and a good one right off the bat. Life is good. Rise from the Ashes, Sigil of Permafrost, and Polar Cap for a common foil. Nothing fancy there. I don't know. I like to do videos of all my openings, but I feel like the one box per video might be a bit much. Ooh, there's another copy of Thaw, which is just gorgeous. I feel like it's almost too many videos. So I might go for this set. I might do 2 boxes per video for Uprising. I've got a pretty good chunk to go through, so we got another rewind. And another extended art. Oh, yeah, no, not extended art. That's regular in Flame. Okay. I jumped the gun there. Not extended art, just regular. There was nothing behind the text box. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Nothing. You ain't got a brain. Shut up. Mounting Anger, Weather Vane, Brothers in Arms. And nothing back there. Alright. I feel like something big is coming. Maybe not in this pack, but I think something big's coming. Rise from the Ashes and Flex. Rebellious Rush. Definitely not in that pack, in fact. Definitely was not coming in that pack. Rapid Reflex, Rise from the Ashes, and a foil Rise from the Ashes. Again, that's funny. That was the last foil rare I opened. Succumb to Winter, another Invoke Uvia, Sand Cover, and Bauble and Flame. Something big's coming, right? Sift, Transmogrify, and a majestic foil Spreading Flames. It's not precisely what I had in mind, but still pretty cool. So that's 2 majestic foils this box. I think that has been the standard now. I think I've seen 2 in every box. We got Vipox again, another Vipox Majestic. Singe for a common foil. So yeah, two majestic foils, and I've gotten either 5 or 6 regular Majestics every box, I believe. So that's not bad. Seems to be pretty close to the standard, I would think. But then we've gotten a whole pile of cold foil commons. We've gotten 2 of the rare marvels. There's Chromai again. We got a rainbow foil common. We've gotten one of those per box, it looks like, too. It startled me for a second because I saw foil equipment and I got excited, and then I realized it was not, in fact, a legendary. Rise from the Ashes. Combustion Point. Another copy of that in the majestic slot. Ice Bolt. And nothing fancy back there. We're over halfway through this last box. Not a whole lot of time for something fiery to come up. I'd love to see a legendary. We got Invoke Asvalai. We got a rare foil sift. Oh, hold on. Those weren't foils at all. Why are foils down there? Anyway, rare foil sift. Let's. Still got a little over a quarter of the box left. Rise Up, Dampen, Aether Dart. About 7 packs left after this. Yeah. 8, including the one in my hands. Sigil of Permafrost, Thamai, Ice Vein, Flex. There's a double strike. First appearance of that, I do believe. For the Majestic. Cinder Skin Devotion. And Phi and Phoenix Flame. Y'all, I'm getting scared now. Mounting Anger. Yenderai. Read the Ripples. Transmogrify, Engulfing Flame Wave. We got Fighting Spirit. Sift. Frost Hex, I think that's my first appearance of that. For Icelander Specialization. Rising Resentment. And there's Icelander again. 3 packs. 3 packs. To a maze. Weather Vane, Rapid Reflex, and Billowing Mirage. Succumb to Winter, Engulfing Flame Wave, Lava Vein Loyalty. I don't know, y'all. Unless I missed something, which is always a possibility. I'm a little dumb. Strategic Planning, Invoke Vincerikai, Eisenhower Weather Vane, and a common cold foil Glacial Horns. For my second one, I do believe. So that's a little bit disappointing, I think. Let's look at all of our cold foils, though. We got, I guess the Marvels are cold foil. Invoke Kyloria, Invoke Asvali, Quelling Sleeves, Helios Miter, Quelling Slippers, Silken Form, and Glacial Horns. So that's 7 cold foils, 5 common, 2 Marvel. We got the Extended Art common in Flame. We got some common rainbow foils down here. We got a decent pile here of foil Majestics. I guess I only end up with 1 in 1 box. I think it was the 3rd box I only had 1 of. But so averaging still towards 2. And then a decent pile of Majestics as well. A few duplicates, which is fine for a game like this. Could use a couple more of the dragons, I think. Let's see, how many total is this? 2, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 23. So yeah, so 1 box was short one, but other than that, not too bad. So yeah, No legendary, which is a little bit surprising and disappointing, but overall, still pretty good with all the cold foils, 2 marvels, and plenty of other good stuff. The Majestics came through pretty solidly, especially the foils. So unless I missed something, which I don't think I did put a rare in the wrong pile. Yeah, no huge hit for this case, which is a little bit saddening, but still not dreadful. So yeah, there we go. First case down of Fun Uprising. So, regardless of disappointments on what I did or didn't pull, I like these cards a lot. I think this set has a whole lot to offer, and I'm really looking forward to kind of digging in and trying to build and play with, especially Dromai, but see what Fi can do too. Probably not Icelander, but maybe. We'll see. But yeah, so thanks for spending some time with me today, opening some cards, seeing some opening weekend stuff for Uprising. I'm really excited releasing this one outside of my regular schedule just because I want to get something on opening weekend, right? Might get one more out there this weekend, but if not, it's all good. And thank you so much once again for spending some time with me. You really don't ever have to. If you like what I do, if it's not this, if it's other games, if it's Legions, Realms at War, Genesis, just chatting like I did on Thursday this last week, drop me a like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you do or don't like, what you do or don't like about any of these games as I'm opening it up. Cool cards, stuff I missed. Hey, Dum Dum, you missed a cold foil or whatever the case may be. Just let me know. Just let me know. I appreciate it very much. I try not to take any of your time or your interest for granted. So I appreciate you coming by. Have a great rest of your day. I hope your pulls are fantastic and you get exactly what you're looking for. Bye, y'all.